Sure.
I'm going to turn off my video and let Sarah in, and then we'll do screen share. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Jessie. I'm the Family Programs Manager at the Stroum Jewish Community Center in Seattle. Thank you so much for joining us. Hi, Sarah and Marcy. It's so nice to see you in the evening. We're super glad to have you. And we're also super glad to have our guest here today, Erin Silver, all the way from Toronto up in Canada. Erin Silver is a children's author and freelance writer with 20 years of professional industry experience. Her work has appeared in Good Housekeeping, The Globe and Mail, The Toronto Star, The Washington Post, Today's Parents, and others. In addition to her picture book, What Kids Did, she has also published numerous books, including Proud to Play, about the experience of LGBTQ athletes in Canadian sports, and a middle grade novel, Just Watch Me. Her forthcoming book, including Rush Hour and Sitting Shiva. Silver holds a Master of Fine Arts from Creative Nonfiction from King's College in Halifax, a postgraduate journalism degree from Ryerson University, and a Bachelor of Arts from University of Toronto. We are super excited to have her here today, and I'm going to turn it over to you now, Erin.
Hi, everyone. How are you? Good. I can see, I see someone with a beautiful bow on her head. What's your name? Oh, your microphone is off.
Marcy.
Marcy. Hi, Marcy. How are you?
Good.
Good. Okay. So my name is Erin, and hi, and I'm a children's author. So I write books for kids. Oh, and for Barbies, maybe. Maybe I write books for Barbies too. So I'm here today to talk to you all the way from Toronto about my book called What Kids Did, and it's all about the ways kids around the world helped other people during the pandemic. Does anyone know what the pandemic is? The microphones are off, so I'm sure you guys know. Anyone want to unmute? What's the pandemic?
Okay.
There
What
we
do you
go.
what do you
Hi.
think the pandemic is? What is that?
It is keeping from bad germs.
Yeah, I know.
It's
So do you have to
keeping
wear a
bad germs.
mask sometimes?
I wear them all the time,
I know. Is that
Except-
hard? Oh, except what?
except in the car.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, that's a good idea, because if you're just in the car with one person and it's someone you live with, then you don't need a mask. Have you always had to wear a mask since you can remember? Yeah, for a
Can
really
you
long time, right? And
Yeah.
sometimes being in this kind of situation is really hard. So I want to tell you, I have a slideshow. I'm going to turn my slideshow around. I want you to speak out and tell me what you're thinking and answer questions. And I'm going to tell you all about my book, how I wrote it, how I became a writer, how I found the kids in the book, and then I'm going to read to you from the book, kind of like story time. And then if you have questions, I'm happy to answer any questions you guys might have. So I'm going to flip my screen around and tell me if you can see. Here's my desktop. Oh, what happened to my slideshow? Here we go. There we go. So this is the cover of my book, What Kids Did, Stories of Kindness and Invention in the Time of COVID-19. So it's all about showing how kids show empathy and compassion. And even at a time when adults are scared, kids can make a huge difference. So all of these kids in the book, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's even more stories in the book about kids who did good things during the pandemic. And then I want to also hear about maybe you guys did good things for other people. But the story really begins. This is me when I was just a bit older than you, and I always wanted to be a writer, and I didn't know how that was going to happen. So I went to school and I practiced and I did a lot of work, and I worked really hard, and I was about to have some books come out, my first ones ever, but then the pandemic happened. So I'm going to tell you about that, but this is where I work. And look, these are a screensaver. This one is my dog. This is my dog's brother, and this is that dog's sister. So they all play together. And this is what my desk looks like. I even have a mug about a dog. So this is where I was when I wrote my book. This is my dog Piper, who stayed with me the whole time that I was writing this book. She sits at my feet and keeps me company. But when the pandemic happened, even the parks in Toronto were closed. And I got really sad because I didn't have a place to take Piper to run around. And people were even scared that what if dogs can get COVID or give COVID to other people? So it was a very scary time, and I felt very bad for my dog. And I also felt bad for my kids because instead of being at school, they had to stay home, and look, they're fighting. So it was a very hard time, and I'm sure it was hard for you. Does anyone want to tell me what the pandemic has been like for you guys? What changed? What was hard? Here, I'm going to stop sharing. Anyone want to share what was hard or difficult about the pandemic?
So maybe later. Remember when the community center was closed?
Yep.
And even the park was closed for a
Yeah.
while. The library was closed.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So
Thing.
everything, right? And how did you feel? Were you happy about that?
I was.
You were happy that
Yeah.
everything was closed?
Because I could do everything at home. That is why.
Well, you have a very good attitude and very positive outlook. So you must have been excellent company for your family. But
And I always get bored of doing the same things every time.
Right.
Then I
Yeah.
just switched to my iPad.
Oh, yeah, we were on iPads a lot, right?
Yeah.
iPads and video games.
That's how we met Jessie, actually.
Oh, so what happened? How'd you guys meet?
Because we go to Totshabot, right?
Yeah.
And we met Jessie
Oh,
one
on the
time in
iPad?
person, but mostly we see Jessie on Zoom.
Yeah, I
Even though
know.
you
So
live
that's
nearby.
different. Yeah, so that's very different. So it was the same here where I'm from in Toronto. Everything was closed and all the kids had to stay home and they were too much time on iPads and they couldn't go out and see their friends and it was very, very hard. And so I had a phone call asking if I wanted to write a book about how kids around the world helped other people. And so I said yes, because even I was feeling really down and I needed some really good stories to keep me excited and motivated and hopeful about the future. So I began to do all kinds of research. I'm going to share my screen with you again. Here we go. So these are my kids fighting. And I started doing some research and I posted on social media and said, does anybody know good stories that I could share with other people? So I heard about this dance team who raised a lot of money. And on Twitter, I happened to see that the dad of this boy here, he did a Minecraft graduation ceremony. So all of his friends could graduate from grade 4, even virtually. So that was pretty exciting. This boy I saw, his name is Steven. I saw an article on CNN and online. And so I reached out to his dad on social media. So I started doing all kinds of research and reaching out to people. This boy is from Canada. He set up a joke stand. So I met all kinds of people and connected with them online and asked if they wanted to be in a book. And they all said yes. Here's another girl who is in the book and she played music and did exercise fundraisers to help people in the pandemic. So I'm going to read to you from some of these stories. But basically, you can tell me which stories you might want to hear. I probably have time to read a lot of stories, which would be really fun. You can hear and see the inside of the book. So basically, I had to ask all these kids what they were doing during the pandemic, and they all told me, and all of their stories were so exciting and motivating, and they sent me pictures, and I thought the pandemic might end really quickly. So I wrote the book in 3 months, and it was published last October so that it could be out on time for kids who are still learning online. But guess what happened? We're still in the pandemic. We're still going through this. So it's really exciting for me to share how kids around the world helped other people at a time of crisis. Did you ever help anyone? Where's Marcy? Where's my helper here? Do you want to turn off your mute button and tell me if you help other people in the pandemic? There we go.
Oh, we might need time to think it over.
Yeah.
Or did someone help you? Like even maybe someone dropped off a cake, or maybe you made art or a card for somebody.
Oh, we definitely sent a lot of art to some different family members.
Yep.
Wow, that must have really cheered them up. Yeah, I know, because even I think that the whole point of this book is that kids can make a big difference and you can do a lot. It doesn't matter. Oh, your mute button is on. I can't hear you.
Oh, so can you say that
There we
again for
go,
Erin?
yeah.
Somebody sent
Somebody sent something in a bag.
Oh, what was in the
Tiny.
bag?
It had stickers
Wow. And did that make you feel really good?
and a lot of chocolate bars.
a lot of chocolate.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow,
I think that was Mommy's
yummy.
birthday present.
Well, that's really good. And sometimes when we're feeling really sad and scared and alone and afraid, like many people have been in the pandemic, it's nice to do something nice for other people. So all the kids that I'm going to read to you about showed empathy and compassion and did nice things for other people in a time of crisis. So these are all really special stories, and I'm going to read some to you. Do you want to hear about the dancers or about the musician? Any preference here?
Any certain one, Marcy? Want to tell Erin?
The ballerina one.
Oh, the dancer.
Oh, the dancers. Okay, this one? Okay, so this story is called Competitive Dance Team Finds Their Rhythm. The junior girls at Rhythm Dance Studio in Toronto, Ontario love to compete. They have danced together for years, practicing countless hours every week as part of a team. But when their dance studio was closed and competitions were canceled, the girls felt sad. They were even a little scared. We saw all the people struggling during these hard times, said 10-year-old dancer Joey Sidersky. We thought it would be a great idea to organize a dance-a-thon so we could dance all day with our friends, raise money for hospitals fighting COVID, and bring happiness and joy. The tight-knit group of 13 girls, ages 10 to 13, divided themselves into committees. Some created the logo while others handled social media, fundraising, and planned a schedule for the online dance-a-thon. They called it Dance for a Chance. It was cute and catchy. When they emailed friends and family and appeared on the news asking for sponsors, people responded. Originally, our goal was to raise $1,500, and we had that in 10 minutes, said Chloe Wise, another dancer. So then we had a goal to reach $10,000, and we did it in 3 days, added Joey. In the end, Dance for a Chance raised over $20,500 for the University Health Network Emergency COVID-19 Relief Fund. The fund was created to support doctors as they work to help people with the virus. We're really proud of ourselves and that we could make a difference and help so many people, said Joey. The girls trained all year to compete, said Joey's mom, Elise. They missed working together as a team. The dance-a-thon gave them a goal, kept them motivated, and I think even they were surprised at what a bunch of kids could achieve when they work together. Do you like dancing? You could put your hand up. You like dancing?
I do.
You do? Wow. So
you actually had
so
a dance class that was canceled when the pandemic hit. But
oh my goodness, I know.
You were only
That's-
2.
Oh.
Marcy was 2.
I know, it's really hard. Well, I hope you get to dance soon
No,
because
I dance a little every day.
Oh, nice.
yeah, but you're getting bigger every day. And look what this is. I've read to a lot of different classes and people love this story. So you know how you like your iPad? So this boy likes Minecraft. Have you ever heard of Minecraft?
We
So I'm
haven't
gonna
played it yet, but we're going to try it soon.
Oh, okay. So this story I'm going to read to you is called Virtually Unstoppable, and it's about a boy from Japan. When Ayori Kashiwabara was 3 years old, so that's your age, he asked his dad for a computer game called Minecraft. At the time, his father Shuhai didn't understand why kids enjoyed it so much, but recently he learned firsthand. Sad that school in Japan had been canceled because of COVID-19 and realizing he'd miss out on his grade 4 graduation ceremony, Ayori, now 10, picked up his gaming controller. With the help of a handful of friends online, they used Minecraft to build a pixelated but elaborate setting for a graduation ceremony. It included a stage, seating, podium, red carpet, and a banner that read "Summer." After hours of hard work, graduates were invited to the virtual ceremony in the school gym. One by one, Ayori and his classmates walked up to the stage to receive their certificates. There were even graduation speeches. Now, all the kids were officially promoted to the next grade. Shuhai happened to check in on his son as the ceremony took place. "What are you doing?" he asked. We all decided to have a graduation ceremony together. Oh, awesome. His dad then tweeted a video of Iori giggling as he watched the virtual ceremony on his computer. It's funny, is it not? Asked Iori. Shuhai was surprised at how Iori and his friends used Minecraft beyond imagination. He was also impressed that the ceremony was built with such details from the entrance to the exterior. Perhaps most impressive was how the kids designed the ceremony themselves without any help from teachers. After the ceremony, Iori and his friends played online together for the rest of the day. Meanwhile, the video Iori's dad tweeted quickly went viral. It even inspired others to create their own virtual graduation ceremonies, since nobody could attend in person. Iori is delighted to have inspired others, but he's busy with other things. Besides games, he likes crafts, fieldwork, and music, said his dad. While he can't imagine a future right now, Shuhai said, I expect my son to create an environment where he can interact with the world and do what he likes with his good friends. So here he is. And these are pictures of the graduation ceremony. So I want to show you something really cool that happened. I can read more stories after because I think we will have time. Maybe even this one is about a boy who just told jokes. Do you guys like jokes? Yeah, you like jokes? Okay, so I'm going to read that one to you as well. But look what happened. So I wrote the book and then I had copies. And this is Iori. I sent him a copy. And his dad took a picture of him with the book and he sent it to me. And this is another person from my book and she took a picture. And here's another one. So I sent the book all around the world and people sent me pictures holding copies, which was really exciting. And I've done tons of presentations and sometimes kids write to me, which is really fun. So this boy said he liked my book and he wants more amazing kids. So maybe one day you could be in the book. Oh, you have a question?
Can you send a copy?
We'll get you a copy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, we'll
copy.
find a way to get you a copy. If you don't have it, I will find a way. There
I
might
don't even have one.
Not yet.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we'll see what we could do about this.
Marcy, I can help you out with that.
Oh, thanks.
I can make sure you
Awesome.
get it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Marcy wanted to tell you how old she is now, too.
I'm
Oh.
4.
You're 4 now.
Like,
Oh, you're
almost
not 3
5 though.
anymore?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I thought you seemed more mature than 3. That's pretty cool. When's your birthday?
In April 13.
Mine is April 11.
Your birthday buddies.
Yes, we are. So if we were in the same city, we could have a birthday party on April 12th. And that's between both our birthdays. That would be really fun. I'm going to have a pony at mine, maybe. Will that be fun? Or a unicorn?
Oh, I love unicorns.
Oh my goodness. Well, this sounds like a fun idea. We can brainstorm. We can brainstorm really fun ideas. I want to show you a couple more things. I'm going to turn my screen around again. So I've been doing lots of presentations. These are my other books that have come out so far. There's more coming. And if your mom goes online to my website, I have lots of activities. So this is a word search. And there's also a smoothie recipe from some of the girls in the book. And there's an exercise, some exercises you can do. So I have lots of fun, free activities. You can even draw yourself on the cover of the book. So now I'm scrolling backwards. I wanted to read you a story about the jokes, the boy who told jokes to people to cheer them up. So he is actually kind of close to you, closer to you than I am. He is in British Columbia. So that's just a little bit north of you. And this story is called Making People Laugh One Joke at a Time. What do you call a lazy kangaroo? A pouch potato. What's a pirate's favorite letter? R. These jokes made it into the comedy lineup at Callahan McLaughlin's Joke Stand. The 6-year-old from Saanich, British Columbia, wanted to connect with other kids and give neighbors something to laugh about during the pandemic. Instead of their usual lemonade stand, Callahan and his mom, Kelsey, agreed that a joke stand would be a great way to bring the community together for a laugh while also physically distancing. He set up a table at the end of his driveway and told jokes at a safe distance to anyone passing by. There's a lot of stress in the world, and I kind of want to get some smiles on people's faces, said Callahan. For a jokester, Callahan took his job seriously. He opened his stand at 10 a.m. every day, took a lunch break, and reopened the stand in the afternoon. He'd been telling knock-knock jokes and one-liners at home for months, and his family agreed he was ready for a new audience. People smiled and waved as they passed, but many stopped to tell Callahan a joke of their own. His classmates and school principals stopped by, as did many elderly neighbors. Even the famous Canadian actor Ryan Reynolds heard about Callahan's joke stand and called him a hero on Twitter. Callahan loved making people laugh, and he insisted on doing it for free. I want people to save their money for other things, he said. Some people need the money for groceries now instead of jokes. When asked by a reporter if he had any bad jokes, Callahan replied, I don't think I have any bad jokes, but my sister has awful ones. And if you like that one, Callahan says he has 13 or 14 more. Do you guys know any jokes?
Oh, I do.
I want to hear your joke. What's
What
your
do
joke?
you call a kangaroo when you say knock knock?
What?
A face drop.
What? Oh my goodness. That's a good one. Do you have another one?
What do you call a hippopotamus when it is invisible in the woods?
Oh my goodness. What's the answer?
A jerky.
What? You have some good jokes. Maybe you could set up a joke stand and then everyone who passes by, you can cheer them up because you're very funny.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
You know you're very funny? So you could set up a joke stand too and make people laugh and cheer them up. That would be a really good thing to do in the pandemic. Instead of lemonade or instead of like hot chocolate or something like that, you could just tell jokes and that would be really fun.
I
No?
always dance a little bit. And
Well, that
then-
cheers people up too.
And sometimes I set up a little dance stand.
Oh, a dance stand. That's really fun. That's a good idea. So there's an activity on my website where you could print a picture and draw yourself on the cover of my book doing something fun like a dance stand. So maybe you could do that. Do you want to hear one more story? Yeah? Okay. Here we go again. This I wanted to read to you. There's a story about Stephen. And how do we wash our hands? Do you go to a sink and wash with soap and water?
Want to talk about hand washing? That
How do you
reminds
wash
me
your hands?
when we washed our hands at the park. We had outdoor school this week, one day, because we weren't allowed to go in the building. But we had a hand washing station outside that was a little bit like that. So there was a tank of water and some soap, and we washed our hands outside.
Oh, well, that's
Remember?
pretty interesting. Yeah, but usually we go to a sink.
have something to tell you.
Is it about
What?
hand washing? Okay.
We wash our hands to get the germs away. That's always
Yes.
what I do.
Yes, that's excellent. But people in other parts of the world don't have sinks like we do. They can't wash their hands so easily. So this is a boy. This story is about a boy who found a solution to that problem. His name was Stephen, and his story is called Washing His Hands of the Pandemic. Stephen Wamukoda heard the president of Kenya tell people that hand washing could help prevent the coronavirus from spreading. It gave the 9-year-old an idea. Stephen went to the backyard. On the first day, I collected timber, nuts, and nails, and on the second day, I started making the machine. I continued on the third day, and on the fourth day, my dad helped me to finish it. Even though his dad, James, had planned to make a window with the wood, he was very proud when he saw what his son had done. Stephen had invented a semi-automatic wooden hand washing machine. James helped Stephen make a few adjustments, and then the machine was ready to use. One foot pedal squeezed out soap and the other tipped a bucket to pour water so people could wash their hands without having to touch anything with their hands. It also dispensed hand sanitizer. This device can be used in Kenya and all over the world because the disease is everywhere, said Stephen. When James posted a video of Stephen's invention on Facebook, people took note, including the president of Kenya. He awarded Stephen the Presidential Order of Service. Stephen became the youngest of 68 people to receive the honor. He was also awarded a primary and secondary school scholarship from the governor of Bungoma County in Kenya, where Stephen lives with his parents and 5 siblings. Stephen couldn't be happier. He dreams of being an engineer when he grows up. I now have 2 machines and I want to make more. So I wonder what other machines he invented. Do you have any idea what machine you would invent? Any good ideas? Maybe you could be an inventor. What?
I know.
What?
I
What's a good idea?
I invent robots sometimes.
What?
That would be a good one.
Yes, and what do the robots do?
We're inventing one with Kamala Harris.
Oh, is that the doll you have?
Yeah, it's
Oh
the
my
only
gosh.
one.
Who is she?
What?
Who is she?
She's
Kamala Harris. Who is she?
Mm,
Does she do good things for people?
She does.
Yeah,
And
that's
she-
amazing.
She only. I'm gonna tell a story about her.
Okay. Yeah, I want to hear a story.
She just, when she been about 1 year old, she just wrote a story about herself, and then she told them to other people, and then she just heard from the president that she heard. Then she just wrote a story and then told it to other people, and then she just figured out how to make a machine that gives anyone dresses.
Oh my goodness, that would be a really good machine. I need a nice dress. Yeah.
And it only made ones for people who are 7.
So it wouldn't fit me?
Could fit.
Can she make a big one?
She can. She can make there's buttons on it, but it's a little bit rusty old now.
It's rusty.
Yeah, and old.
Maybe we could keep working on the design so it could make dresses for any size.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I would love that. So thank you for your offer. You made my day. Should we do one more story? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to turn my screen around again and see who else we can read about, because we've read so many good stories today. Let's see if we got them all. Yep, this one. And we did this one. And we did this one. And we did this one. But this one we have not done. So this is about a girl named Veronica, and it's called The Healing Power of Music and Fitness. Veronica Kolarska might be from Toronto, Ontario, but she helped people around the world during the pandemic. Veronica, 13 years old, and her friends organized a support group at their middle school to help younger students adjust to life in quarantine. They put on weekly online puppet shows, concerts, and guessing games to entertain kids from grades 2 to 6. A musician who plays violin, piano, recorder, guitar, and ukulele, Veronica was involved with a handful of other young musicians through Explorer Hop's Teen Entrepreneurs program. She played in the Together Apart Orchestra, sold tickets, and helped with advertising to raise money for Musicians Without Borders. We believe that music can heal, and through the power of music, we can help everyone during this challenging time, said Veronica. Having a musical education gives people the power to get through anything. Veronica and the Together Apart Orchestra sold out 2 virtual concerts to worldwide audiences and were able to provide 1,200 music lessons to children in Rwanda, Africa. Stuck at home and unable to practice in the pool with her competitive synchronized swim team, Veronica needed a way to stay active during COVID-19. Along with teen entrepreneurs from all over Canada, she organized 2 online global fitness workouts to get people exercising at home. Veronica even taught fitness classes for the event. We raised enough money to provide Doctors Without Borders with the funds to safely deliver 7,000 life-saving vaccines, or enough to deliver 30 babies safely, said Veronica. The organization sends doctors to help people in violent, impoverished areas all over the world. It's been very challenging for me and for everyone to be isolated and to be apart from friends, family, and school, said the teen. It felt great to give a helping hand to others and save lives. Does anyone here like music? Music or exercising?
Want to talk about music or
Yep.
exercising? And you can say your idea too. Marcy just got inspired. She wants to write a story.
I wanted to write a story and I'm gonna do it all by myself.
Oh my goodness, what's the story about?
It's about what the kids who are 4 and 6.
Oh,
About.
that would be great. I would love to read it.
And we can send lots and lots of copies around the world.
I love that idea. That's a great idea. Can you send one to me?
Oh, sure.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, I love that. I would love to read your story, just like I got to read my stories to you.
Everyone can read it.
That would be so great. You better get to work.
Oh, yes.
We might
Marcy,
need to go find some more paper, I think.
Yeah.
Marcy, you should share it at Tasha Bot next week.
That would be amazing.
That would be great. Does anyone have any questions for me about how I wrote the book, or how I found the kids in the book, or what it's like to be a writer? Anything at all? Or if you want to tell me something about life in the pandemic, because I'm sure our experiences are somewhat similar, but they could be different. Anyone have any questions? Marcy has been the star of the show, that's for sure.
Anne and Sarah, I know I see that you're logged in, but your screens are off, but you're welcome to come on in and share if you would like.
Okay, so I don't know if there's any questions. I have lots more stories in the book that I could share or read, or maybe you have copies already. So I really want to thank you for having me here today. And it's honestly, we're still in this lockdown and it's still hard, and it's just so nice to know how kids around the world are helping other people and inspiring adults, even adults like me who are having a hard time and don't know what to do. And I think often the answer is to help other people, and that makes us all feel better and feel like a community, and it helps us all get through these hard times together. So kids are leading the way, and I'm so amazed and inspired, and hope that you guys can find ways to help other people and get through the rest of this as best as you can.
And if you don't have any ideas of what to do to help other people, you can come to the J and participate in some of our volunteer activities. We have lots of wonderful outdoor safe activities for families to do that will help other people in our community, including helping our parks. So any type of activity, we have kids starting, we have opportunities for kids starting at age 3. So we'd love to see you all there.
Thank you so much.
It's great to see you all.
Thank
So
you
nice
so
to
much
meet
for
you.
having me. Nice to meet you too, and I can't wait to celebrate our unicorn birthday together.
Yeah, unicorn.
Make me
I
a
love
dress for the
unicorns.
party. Oh, I know. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, have a good night, everyone. Thanks so much
Okay.
for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Hang on, I need to tell something.
You want to show your picture real quick? We
Wait.
got a really good start here.
I need a really
That's beautiful, Marcy.
Wow. I love the color.
need to.
Need more time. You work on that, and then we'll find Erin Silver on the internet. Okay.
I can also if you want to send it to me, Sarah, I can get it to Erin also.
Awesome.
Yeah, and my my website is erinsilver.ca, and my email address is there too, and I welcome all feedback and look forward to hearing from you guys. So thank you
Wonderful.
again.
Thank you. Have a
Okay,
good night. Bye,
bye.
Sarah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.